Don't know where to start, it can be overwhelming, even paralyzing. So let's fix that. Welcome to Simply Cyber, a community of tens of thousands of aspiring and active cybersecurity professionals focused on networking, knowledge sharing, and professional development. I'm Dr. Gerald, Auger, Chief Content Creator at Simply Cyber, inviting you to get the answers to your cybersecurity problems with hundreds of cybersecurity videos answering your frequently asked questions, interviewing industry experts, and live streaming daily cyber threat briefings hosted by me. Now get the stories and insights you won't find anywhere else. Hit subscribe now and dig into all the fresh content on the channel and in the community. Nothing should stop you from launching and leveling up your cybersecurity career today. All right, good morning, folks. Welcome to the party. Today is January 15th, 2024. Welcome to episode number 535 of Simply Cyber's Daily Cyber Threat Briefing Podcast. I am your host, Dr. Gerald Auger. And over the next 45 minutes, me, you, Amish Runaway, Slay Security Plus, Billy TB, Carrie Cheeson, SeverSecJS, ZMF, Space Taco, Cyber Newbie, who's not sure about the music, but that's all right. We're going to get on to it. Marcus Kyler, and all of the representatives from the Yeet crew. We're all going to be shredding the top cybersecurity news stories of the day, and I'll be providing my expert opinion and analysis on each of those stories, on what it means to you as a practitioner. So how can you take this information and drive cyber risk reduction for your business stakeholders? Or if you're looking to break in the industry, believe me, you are absolutely going to get value out of here. One, you're going to be asked in any single job interview, how do you stay current? This is the answer. Two, the networking is phenomenal. Look at all these wonderful professionals over here just straight crushing it, showing up, putting in the work. Networking is vitally important. And this group over here, hashtag Team SC, they know what's up. And guess what? Spoiler alert, you're here, so you're part of the crew too. Welcome to the party, pal. Also, and those two benefits are people just breaking in. That's not even talking about the cybersecurity pieces of it. We're also going to give you introductions to all sorts of terminology, concepts, workflows. If you don't know what the cyber kill chain is, buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to get face first into this thing. But before we do it, I do want to say shout out and thanks to the stream sponsors, starting with my good friend Eric Taylor and his crew over at Barricade Cyber Solutions. Listen, y'all, Barricade Cyber Solutions is dedicated to helping businesses from cyber attacks and recover from the damage done. Cyber attacks can cause massive issues for businesses and send dedicated, hardworking business owners into turmoil. But guess what, y'all? Barricade Cyber Solutions knows how to mitigate the damage done by cyber incidents. Believe that. Check them out at barricadecyber.com. Links in the description below. Also want to say shout out and love to Panoptcy Security. Guys, get a partner who understands your cyber program and your business goals. What does that mean? It means you only have so much money, so much time, so much attention and focus and a capability to execute on either short-term or long-term projects. Oh, here's our 2024 roadmap. That's a big one. Here is our how we're going to do a tabletop exercise, right? That's a small one. But how do you do those? How do you execute with high success rates? Panoptcy Security, give them a call. They can help you out. Eric Taylor dropping bombs. We got 100 squad memberships dropping into chat right now. So if you don't know what that means, the squad the Simply Cyber Squad, I'm all flummoxed up here, Eric. The Simply Cyber Squad is an opportunity to be part of something a little bit more. It does not exclude you from getting access to the news and all the resources, but it does allow you to do some fun stuff, including getting to that emo tray. So if you just became a newly minted squad member like Slava, Brian, Justin, Adam, Frank, Lintel, congratulations to all of you. 100 new members in the squad. Drop your Oprah emotes.
Did we just become best friends?
And thank you so much for the channel support. Each squad membership helps support the channel, obviously. So thank you very much, Barricade Cyber Solutions. And hello, my new squad members. There we go. Welcome to the party, pal. We usually use that for first timers, but we're going to do that right there. All right. Also want to say shout out and love to Antisyphon Training, but more about them at the mid-roll. Guys, let me tell you this. In addition to being all about good times and just straight crushing the news up in here, every single episode of the Daily Cyber Threat Brief, including this one, is worth half a CPE. So if you have a professional certification that requires ongoing maintenance, get your CPEs, yeah? So just take a screenshot, say what's up in chat. That's part of the reason why chat is on screen with me, is so you can grab a screenshot of it, take a timestamp, and at the end, file it away, basically, right? So you should have a folder on your desktop or wherever with like 75 screenshots. You don't have to go look at them. Just highlight them, copy, paste. They're going to be timestamped from when the day you took it, right? Select all, and then multiply by 0.5, the number there, and that's how many CPs you have. It's super easy. It's super fun. Jump on it. Say hashtag Team SC in chat if you want, like John De La Cruz just did. I want to let you know that I do not prepare or research for any of these stories. I don't even know what the stories are going to be. So you're getting my rough, rugged, honest, hot first take on these stories. And I always try to find some nugget of value for everybody, no matter where you are in your career journey. I want to let everybody know it's Monday, which means it's Simply Cyber community member feature. And we've got a great one today. Many of you know the person being featured for today, but it doesn't mean that we don't take a moment to shout him out and let everybody know how amazing he is as a professional and a community member. Final. If today is your first episode, if you rolled out of bed on Martin Luther King Day and was like, you know what today is? Today's the day. I'm going to go to the Simply Cyber Daily Cyber Threat Brief podcast. Welcome to the party, pal. Say hashtag first timer in chat and let us know. Like Otto Campoari. Otto. Welcome to the party, pal. Definitely appreciate that. Thanks so much, Otto, for showing up today. Good to see you. And everybody else, happy Martin Luther King Day. If you have if it is your first time here, hashtag first timer, you may notice we've done a couple process improvements. Catch me at Jawjacking. I'd love to share a bunch of stuff with you. Just a bunch of stuff at Jawjacking. But guess what? It is that time of the day. As fun as it is to hang out by the water cooler and grab coffee and everything and ask how your weekend was, we do have work to do. So let's get going. Let's let the cool sounds of the hot news wash over us in an awesome wave. I'll see you all at the mid-roll.
From the C
Oh my gosh. I was close.
From the CISO series, it's cybersecurity headlines.
These are the cybersecurity headlines for Monday, January 15th, 2024. I'm Steve Prentice. Ransomware.
All right, hold on. The art says it's the first time live in 2024. Does that count? Judges? Ding, 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 ding. Yes, I like any excuse to use the sound of the art, so thank you.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Also, Samson George, first time in chat, or first time here. Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party.
Gang targets clean water nonprofit. The ransomware as a service gang Medusa has listed Water for People, a nonprofit organization that helps provide safe drinking water to communities in need around the world, on its darknet site. The group is threatening to publish what it has stolen unless they receive a $300,000 ransom. A spokesperson for Water for People has stated that stolen information goes back to before 2021, did not compromise the organization's financial systems, and no business operations were impacted. Last year, this same group attacked a municipal water supplier in Italy, as well as Toyota Financial Services.
All right, so, CJ, coffee cup cheers with the super chat.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Thank you, CJ, for the coffee cup cheers, and good on you right there. Right back at you, my friend. All right, so check it out. It's not, okay, so a couple things to dig out of here. One, Medusa, you don't hear much about Medusa, okay? Like, they are around. I would consider, there's certain, here's the deal, in the realm of threat actors, right? There are, tier one threat actors like Lockbit, Blackbasta, Alfie, Black Cat before they got, before law enforcement raided them. But then there's like tier 1As, right? It's like, it's ransomware gangs that are highly effective, but they just get less pub. They're less, in the news and stuff like that. Maybe even call them tier 2, if you will. But Medusa really does fall into this category for me. Medusa hits big targets. They're usually pretty clean in their operation, meaning they're not hot mess express, infighting, asking for silly ransom. Like that ransomware gang that was like trying to extort $50 per patient for that cancer treatment center up in Seattle. Like that's Bush League stuff. The Medusa, not to be joked with, they also appear to be an affiliate ransomware gang, which obviously extends the tendrils of how wide they spread. They're hitting a nonprofit, okay? And it's a group that wants to provide clean water to people in need. So the real rub here is that the victim organization has a righteous mission, right? If it said ransomware gang targets greedy investment bankers, people would be like, yeah. Oh, okay, hey, I'm just getting confirmation. Black Cat Alfie is still in operation. I misspoke. Law enforcement is currently trying to fight them. They had a couple things, brought their infrastructure down. It's back up. All right, so Black Cat Alfie still rocking in the free world. All right. So it's because the victim organization has a righteous mission that this is so emotionally jarring and angering. Now, what you need to know is ransomware threat actors, they don't give a damn about what your mission is. They care about straight cash, homie.
Straight cash, homie.
They don't care if they're targeting a cancer treatment center, a children's hospital, the world's, an organization that's providing clean water to the world, or an investment bank. They don't care. What they care about is causing harm and getting paid to stop the harm. That's it. End of day. And I mean, again, they're already criminals, right? So to be like, oh, where's your moral compass? I mean, I don't know what you're hoping to achieve with that. Now, one interesting thing that there is no correlation of, but if I was a student, I would actually spend a little bit of time digging into this. This nonprofit org is only being asked for $300,000, which I know would be life-altering for many of us. But for this group, they just got a $15 million endowment, which is basically like Jeff Bezos' ex-wife stroked a check for $15 million and just sent it. So for them, $300,000 is something that is in their coffers, if you will. And 300 grand is not that expensive in the realm of ransomware payments. Okay, it's quite reasonable, honestly, and you can negotiate it down to like 187, right? So my thing is, it's a reasonable ransom amount, and they got the money. So here's the exercise. I wonder if this affiliate group or Medusa at large is basically just reading the business section of the newspaper or the website, right? Back in the day, we used to have physical newspapers and you'd have to flip to the newspaper, the business section. But I wonder if they're reading like, oh, hey, like this company just got a huge donation, or this company just got a government grant or whatever. And that's how they're targeting their victims. Again, when I tell you that there's a huge data breach and there's any financial data involved, like donor lists or something like that, they're always going to copy paste all, sort by largest number, and then use that as their punch list, because it takes me the same amount of energy as a threat actor to ransomware one business or another business. But if one business has millions and millions of dollars and the other business is basically negative cash flow, guess what? It's worth my time, the return on my investment. It's just regular business. So anyways, be mindful of this. Obviously, two things. One, if your company or a mission that you're supporting just received a very public announced cash donation, might increase your likelihood variable a little bit. There's no evidence to support that, but it would appear that's the case. And two, I say this all the time, you really should be approaching ransomware as ransomware threat actor agnostic, meaning just put in the right stuff, right? Protection mechanisms like educate your end users, put in backups, make sure the backups are working, make sure staff is trained on doing backups, make sure your EDR is tuned, make sure your email security gateway stops stupid fishes from coming in, make sure that your response and recover capabilities are in place, actually do a tabletop, actually fail over to your disaster recovery, pick a slow time of year and fail over to your DR environment, see if it actually works. Talk to your executives about what do we do if we get ransomware? Do we want to go public? Do we have cyber insurance? When do we call the cyber insurance people? Right? All these things. All right, let's go.
Denmark energy sector attacks likely not sandworm after all. Research from cybersecurity firm Forescout suggests that last year's cyber attacks on the Danish energy sector may not have been a sandworm hack, but rather two distinct waves of attacks. One that exploited a security flaw in the Zyxel firewall, that's CVE 2023-28771, and a separate one in which attackers used Mirai botnet variants on infected hosts as an access point. Forescout stated that not only were the two waves unrelated, it was also, quote, unlikely the work of the state-sponsored group Sandworm, owing to the fact that the second wave was part of a broader mass exploitation campaign against unpatched Zyxel firewalls, end quote. The perpetrators are currently unknown, and a link to the Forescout report is available in the show notes to this episode.
All right, so here's two TLDRs. One, you know, if you work in Europe or whatever, like, you know, they can't tell if it's a Sandworm threat actor, which, by the way, if you don't know who Sandworm is, they are a very advanced, sophisticated Russian threat actor group. I believe, I might be wrong, but like in Fancy Bear Goes Fishing, it outlines it, but like there's like Sandworm and then there's Fancy Bear, I think, or Sandworm and Cozy Bear. But basically, one is around espionage and, you know, deep, quiet penetration. And the other one is around disinformation, misinformation. I think Sandworm can penetrate deep, and Fancy Bear is misinformation, disinformation. Anyways, they have their own kind of like specialty and mission objectives. And they're saying that Sandworm may have hacked into Denmark's some energy systems in Denmark, although they're unsure. Now, here's the hotter take. And again, in full disclosure, I'm going to put my tinfoil hat on. You will never see this channel or myself take a sponsorship from Zyxel, Zyxel. Again, in the world of hardware, all right, Barracuda, I mean, not Barracuda, Jesus, Jerry. Palo Alto and Cisco and Aruba, like those are top tier, tier one, really, really good hardware network security devices, right? Firewalls, gateways, all these things, right? Then it's a little bit lower, such as like Barracuda and Zixel, and I mean even Sonic Wall's not bad, but like Zixel and Barracuda, you're constantly seeing in the news about vulnerabilities and exploitation and hot mess expresses, and I, for one, I see it too frequently. Okay, I see Zixel and Barracuda too frequently to give me confidence to buy and implement their technology in my infrastructure that I'm responsible. So they're saying that law enforcement or researchers, whoever's doing the research, is looking at the compromises, and they're trying to separate, essentially, the two attacks between Sandworm and what appears to be a much more, smash and grab, wholesale campaign exploitation of the Zixel firewall, which is what you can see here. You can use Shodan.io to discover where all these Zixel firewalls are facing the internet. It looks like 43,056 units are out there, with 10,000 plus in Italy. Which, one thing I find interesting here, though, is they're talking about Denmark, but on the Shodan report, Denmark doesn't even crack the top 5 countries using this this firewall. So, unfortunately, here is the TLDR for practitioners, okay? One, if you're running this is my own opinion, okay? So, if you're running Zixel, or let's just say Zixel, right? First of all, make sure that it's up to date on patches. You gotta patch it. Second of all, you may want to investigate upgrading your hardware, like ask for a little bit of budget to, upgrade to a more enterprise grade solution. Also want to point out that, like, you could be the best security practitioner. You could be like, what's his face? Bradley Cooper in Limitless. You could be eating all those clear pills and have 10,000 IQ. And if the Zixel has a CVE 0-day on it and someone exploits it, there's nothing you can do about it, short of sticking the Ethernet RJ45 into your ear and having it come out your other ear and go into the main switch. Like, that's it. Unless you're going to put yourself in line and somehow become the firewall, like next level Neuralink type stuff. It doesn't matter how good you are. You can't stop exploitation of 0 days. So you do need it in a kind of a multifaceted perspective. Also, from a monitoring perspective, I say this all the time. This is Shodan, okay? Shodan has a capability called Shodan Monitor. It costs a couple bucks, but if you're doing this for a business, have the business expense it. And when I say a couple bucks, I'm talking like $50 a year. I mean, it's in the grand scheme of business, it is nothing. It is like, you don't need budget authority to sign off on this one. $50 a year, right? You can put it on a company credit card, and you can have Shodan proactively monitor your IP address range for external external vulnerabilities and issues, which basically would help you with something like this. But that's it. Also, I remember Forescout. I thought Forescout had gotten acquired by somebody. But anyways, this story right here is exactly why we have to get up every morning and stay current on what the top cybersecurity news is, because unfortunately it moves quickly. And if, like Ferris Bueller said, it moves quickly, and if you don't take a minute to look around, it could pass you by.
SEC says X account breach did not lead to further breaches. According to Reuters, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission stated on Friday that there was, quote, no evidence to suggest the breach of its X account earlier this week also involved a breach of the agency's systems, devices, data, or other social media accounts, end quote. CISA, the FBI, and the SEC's own Inspector General continue to investigate the breach, which a representative from X has said resulted from, quote, an unidentified individual obtaining control of a phone number, end quote. End of.
All right, hold on. I was looking at chat. I was listening to chat and mod chat. I missed this whole thing. Breach of X account did not lead to breach of its broader systems. Okay. No kidding. All right. Let me just see this really quickly. So this is interesting. It's kind of weird, and I know Justin Gold. Well, first of all, Charles Finbrock. I wish he was here.
I'm a crypto evangelist. I love it, love it, love it.
The SEC is saying that the breach of the Twitter account, X account, did not lead to a broader impact. Okay, so obviously, so for me, you and Space Tacos and Curtis Flush and Luke Canfield and CatGPT,
shall we play a game?
all of us are well aware. How many people we got here? 298. A lot of people taking Martin Luther King Day off. Love it. I hope you enjoy the 3-day weekend. All of us are well aware that like the social media account had no bearing or relevance to the SEC's internal infrastructure. The only way that would happen is if whoever had the password for the Twitter account also reused it for like the SEC's Active Directory credentials or something like crazy like that. And honestly, that would be next level.
You are so dumb.
That would be insane. Okay. So obviously getting into the social media account doesn't have broader implications. Now, what is wicked weird is that the fake tweet that said that Bitcoin was like approved for ETFs or whatever got deleted. And then later on, they literally released that it was. So, you know, honestly, in my opinion, when I heard this story, I don't know if you guys agree or disagree, but when I heard this story, to me, I was like, this smacks. Like the timing is too coincidental. This smacks of somebody who had the information, was supposed to put it out. Maybe they were trying to schedule it to release at, say, 4 p.m. Eastern time. And instead of hitting schedule, they hit post now and released it. And they were like, oh, Jesus. Because Gary Bendler or Gary Gedler or whatever his name is, like, yes, some people in higher positions do have, like Elon, right, have access to the Twitter and they're sitting there with their thumbs. But a lot of people who have high profile accounts have like brand managers and social media managers and staff to handle that. And if it's just like kind of a PR message about, hey, the SEC has officially approved this, then that could have been someone who scheduled it. The timing is too coincidental for me to not suspect that some junior PR person or social media person went to schedule it and accidentally released it and they didn't know it. Now, the SEC is acting as if it was a hack and, you know, doing a full IR. Maybe, just maybe, the person who hit publish doesn't want to step forward because they're afraid of getting fired, right? We're in tough times. People are getting laid off all over the place. Inflation, recession. Like, I'll be like, I don't know. I'm the one who posted it. I'll tell my buddies at happy hour, but what I'm not going to do is tell my boss. I'm going to be like, I don't know. It must have been a hack. You know, it was the advanced persistent threat actors. It was Flaming Donkey, which, by the way, if you don't know who that is an APT that we made up here at Simply Cyber that we're trying to slowly get into MITRE ATT&CK. Yes, the SEC won't let me be or let me be, so let me see. Anyways, long story short, this is classic PR. If your organization gets its Twitter account hacked, you should do some level of root cause analysis. If you're a publicly traded company, you should absolutely make public what it was. I'm telling you, transparency is huge when you're dealing with cyber attacks.
Cisco routers targeted by Chinese espionage group. According to Security Scorecard, a group named Vault Typhoon, identified as a Chinese government espionage unit, is exploiting Cisco RV320 and 325 devices, which were discontinued by Cisco in 2019, with service and support intended to be terminated on January 31st, 2025. The hackers are exploiting two vulnerabilities, CVE 2019-1653 and CVE 2019-1652, which are also listed on CISA's known exploited vulnerabilities list for 2019. Security Scorecard says 30% of the RV320 and 325 devices may have been compromised, a statement based on its observation of frequent connections between the devices and known Vault Typhoon infrastructure.
All right, a couple things here. One, like this emote, or this GIF, right? Oh, come on, bro. Are you joking me? I just told you that Cisco, Palo Alto, freaking Aruba, like tier 1, and they are tier 1, okay? They are hot. They're hotter than a $3 pistol. But what you cannot do is run end of life tier 1 technology. That doesn't qualify. You don't get to say we run Cisco here with an asterisk saying we run Cisco from the late 2000 teens. Bro, this thing went end of life 5 years ago. 5 years ago. You come on, budgets run in 3-year cycles. Typically, like you can get budget, right? You couldn't get budget to replace your end of life Cisco. And you know what really gets me going? It pisses me off. Sorry, Kennedy. It makes me mad because you know dang well anybody running this end of life software, CIOs everywhere, they have, and your people, some of you in chat are going to feel seen, okay, including BSEC. Your CIO is looking at their infrastructure and you're like, hey, our hardware is end of life. And they're like, well, they've got their little budget, right? They've got their fistful of dollars. And they're like, do the packets still flow across the network? Well, yeah, but the system's end of life. Have we been hacked? No, but that's not the point. Well, budgets are tight. I had to go 10% down. We really want to get that next gen, whatever. We really want to get, Windows 10 licenses. Ooh, we want to spin up a new facility in Sheboygan, right? So that's where the money's going. We'll just kick the can down the road. Next budget cycle, we'll replace those Cisco routers. And then I guarantee you, 9 months later, you're getting close, like you're like sweating bullets because you're like, Jesus, we're running this end of life. Maybe you took out a deal with Cisco for extended support, like when Microsoft does that all the time, but extended support, which by the way, isn't free. So you're spending budget on keeping this thing on life support when what you really should do is rip it out and replace it with something that is supported, but you're too cheap or you're ignoring the risk that running this hardware is introducing to your organization because nothing bad's happened yet. Well, guess what? You kick the can down the road enough times, new CIO comes in, they've got their own opinions and thoughts on how to get busy, and they're going to invest in their money in that. And then guess what? Boom, 5 years later, you got dust all over your routers because they're end of life, so no one's going in and touching them. And, an advanced persistent threat, Volt Typhoon, named by Microsoft, is searching the internet for Cisco routers and popping them, or they're getting initial access through some type of phishing initial exploitation, then hopping on a box, looking around for what it can connect to, finds a Cisco router, point and click, take over, point and click, take over, point and click, take over. So having said all that, bookmark this story, put it as the first slide in your budget meeting and be like, can we replace the routers now? Please? Jesus.
And now a word from...
I'm serious. Like if this resonates with any of you, please. Yeah, it is Sheboygan. I'm trying to think of the name of the John Candy polka band. They had a couple really big in Sheboygan. They had a couple hits. Polka, polka twist, aka. All right. So J. Ian Michael is saying that they were serviceable until 2025, possibly. But I mean, when I see the term end of life, I straight up say that's end of life. The last date to receive service. Whoops. Oh, Jesus. The last date to receive service and support is January 31st, 2025. It's possible that they're not receiving security updates. I'm not sure, but please don't let the reality get in the way of a good rant. Like everything I just said is true. Like the business will kick it down the road over and over and over and over and over again. And like I've seen it a million times, dude. You see, okay, so really quickly, you see it with budget on replacing hardware that does do its job. It's just end of life, right? You see it all the time with like operating systems, right? Like you're running Windows 7 and you're like, dude, we need to upgrade our operating system. You're like, how much is that? It's like, well, we have 1,000 endpoints. It's $100 per endpoint. That's $100,000. And they're like, we don't have $100,000. Hold on. So I'm going to invest $100,000 and I'm not going to see any noticeable improvement in my business operations, right? Like the 1,000 employees are still going to come to work. They're still going to work on the same computer. It's now Windows 10, not Windows 7. And you're like, yeah. And they're like, can they do anything else? Are we faster, stronger? Can we go to market quicker? Can we sell our product for more? And you're like, no, that's not how it works. It's just not supported. And they're like, ugh, I really want to spend $100,000 on like this other, like, this market research company that's going to tell us how to penetrate the European market because we can get $200,000 return on investment for that $100,000. Your business case of just invest $100,000 and recover nothing doesn't really work, which is why we're a cost center, not a profit center, and why it's so freaking difficult to get money out of the business sometimes. Thank you.
Our sponsor, Savvy Security. Shadow identities on SaaS apps are growing unchecked, rapidly expanding an attack surface where businesses have little to no visibility or control. Savvy helps security teams safely embrace SaaS benefits by automating the discovery and removal of the most toxic combinations of SaaS identity risk. Savvy's automation playbooks and just-in-time security guardrails guide users at scale towards proper identity hygiene. That's Savvy, identity first SaaS security. You can learn more at savvy.security/headlines. That is savvy.security/headlines.
All right. The Kenosha Kickers, they were big. They sold about 600 units in Sheboygan, big in Sheboygan. Let's go. All right. Hey, y'all, if you're having a good stream, if you're having a good brief, if you're having a good time, whether it's educational value or entertainment value, do me a solid, do the community a solid, hit that like button on YouTube. It basically allows other people who are cybersecurity professionals to find the stream. So if you want to pay it forward, if you want to be #TeamSC and grow it, let's rock and roll. And hit that like button. I want to say shout out again to the stream sponsors, Barricade Cyber, Panoptcy, Antisyphon Training, who I teased at the beginning, but let me tell you, guys, we're getting really close to an opportunity for you to take advantage of cutting edge cybersecurity training from arguably one of the best trainers in our industry, John Strand. At the end of the month, last week of January and the first week of February, 2 trainings. One's active defense and cyber deception. The other is SOC core skills. 2 different courses, massive value. John Strand from Black Hills Information Security will be teaching both of those. There's a link in the description below for both of those. Now, here's the deal. Antisyphon Training has a pay-what-you-can model for some of their courses, including the 2 I just told you. So there's literally nothing stopping you from getting unbelievable education opportunity with hands-on labs and really tying the theory to the practice for 2 weeks in a row. You could basically get like a micro master's, right? I mean, I'm being a little hyperbolic, but my point is I've taken the active defense and cyber deception. It is phenomenal. I've not taken SOC core skills. I've heard good things. I have high confidence in the quality, efficacy, and integrity of John Strand, both as a person, a professional, and as an educator. He's teaching both of those courses. Do not sleep on this. This is a hell of an opportunity. If you just finished a cert or some training, or you got some time, or you're at a job. I literally talked to someone the other day. They've been at a job where like they're just waiting, like literally waiting. He told me that he didn't even pull his computer out after Thanksgiving. And he's thinking about going to take another job because he's like so freaking bored. If that's you, get on these trainings. They're awesome. I love them. Links in the description below. All right, guys. We got the Simply Cyber Community Challenge. I know this one's hard for people. Here's the deal. If you would like to blow up your professional network, go on LinkedIn, search for this hashtag Simply Cyber Community Challenge. connect with the people posting and the people commenting on their posts. Then comment yourself. All right? You will build your professional network because you're connecting with like-minded people, and then passively, since you're in the comments, other people are going to be connecting with you. This is it's a force multiplier, believe me. And I'm working on like a little informational card that's going to help make this easier for people to understand. But listen, Lego Pie Guy has the baton and does not appear to be in chat. So Lego Pie Guy, aka Peter Anderson, if you're in chat, Lego Pie Guy has the baton. One person gets the baton a day. Let's do the laws, and then we'll tag somebody if Lego Pie Guy doesn't show up. If you want the baton, let us know you want the baton, and it can be your Simply Cyber Community Challenge day. La la la. All right, hey, and every single day has a special day, and today is Simply Cyber Community Feature. Guys, I want to introduce you and remind you of how amazing this guy right here is, Josh Mason. Many of you know Josh. Josh has helped people with interviews, resume building. He's run workshops at Wild West Hackin' Fest. He shares tons of great information on LinkedIn, Twitter, social media. He's a mod for the Simply Cyber Discord server. I believe he's a mod on cyber insecurity. He's just a wonderful person. He spoke at Wild West Hackin' Fest. He gives real talk for real help. And he has helped me significantly over the years, and just this past weekend with some Cyber 101 stuff that I was having some real struggles with. So, thank you very much, Josh. Our community is better off having you in it. Thank you so very much. All right, let's keep going, y'all.
Hacker uses 1 million virtual servers to mine crypto. Europol has arrested a 29-year-old man in Ukraine who used hacked accounts to create 1 million virtual servers, which were then used to mine $2 million in cryptocurrency. One report of the investigation and arrest of the individual, published by the Ukraine police, stated that the suspect had used automated tools to brute force the passwords of 1,500 accounts of, quote, a subsidiary of one of the world's largest e-commerce entities, end quote. He then used these accounts to gain access to administrative privileges, which were then used to create more than 1 million virtual computers for use in the crypto mining procedure. Mike?
All right, couple things to count out here. One, you can't put 1 million virtual servers up and think that that's not going to get detected. So, first of all, listen here, Icarus. This 29-year-old Ukrainian is Icarus. He definitely flew too close to the sun. Damn, dude. All right, second of all, Europol.
Regulators! Mount up. It was a
Giddy up on it, Europol, for taking down this dude. All right, so guys, listen. This is classic. We learn in our industry, and many of you have probably played with this tool, Hydra, right? Maybe if you've done Haiku, they have a Hydra lab. Maybe you've taken a pen testing 101. They have Hydra, obviously, all over the place. Burp Suite, you can brute force with Burp Suite. Brute forcing hacking credentials is easy. It's so easy that a caveman can do it. Way to go, Geico. It's so easy that this guy who's, I do not pretend to be a pen tester or red teamer. I'm a GRC guy through and through, but even I can brute force creds, okay? So it's the barrier to entry is pretty low. This dude straight up brute forced thousands of accounts and then went in. Okay, so they say he automated it. Obviously, that's like trivial. Like anyone can do that. You like literally pass it a file of usernames and a file of passwords, and you go get a cup of coffee, tune into the daily cyber threat brief, and when you're done, you come back with hits. Secondly, this dude is using it to stand up virtual servers to illegally mine crypto. All right. I'm not going to get into how crypto works.
I'm a crypto evangelist. I love it.
But what I will tell you is it takes compute resources to mine it, and it costs more to run the resources than it does the amount you get mined, which is why everybody isn't grinding, right, at this point. But if you can get someone else to pay the electric bill, someone else to pay the compute bill, well, then it's pure profit, baby, right? You just straight up cashing in. And that's what this dude thought he was going to do. Now, what I do want to tell you is that I'm telling you, this guy went YOLO. I don't know what he was thinking, in that 1 million servers might go under the radar. Like, I don't even know. Like, I'm actually kind of curious. I don't know if this is going to be able to be Google, but how many servers are running on Netflix infrastructure? I'm just curious. And like, Netflix doesn't run exclusively servers to run their stuff because they're so fancy. But dude, okay, check it out. This is a story from 2016. Okay, and again, I just Googled this quickly. This is on AWS's website, and it says Netflix can support seamless global services by AWS. AWS enables Netflix to deploy thousands of servers within minutes. Thousands of servers. Netflix. Everybody's got a Netflix. Everybody's Netflix and chilling all up in here. Everybody. And Netflix, global streaming, cut the cord business, thousands of servers, and this donkey is like 1 million servers. Like, dude, you might as well have put a siren, like, you know, like the whoop whoop whoop, like a blue light special on your head and just ran through the data center. 1 million. Dude, I don't know what he was thinking, but definitely not a good look. So 1 million, and now he's going to go to jail.
Microsoft releases fix to Windows 10 BitLocker patch fail. Following up on a story we brought you on Thursday, Microsoft has now released a PowerShell script to automate the update to the Windows recovery environment partition to fix CVE 2024-20666, a vulnerability that allowed for BitLocker encryption bypass. It was reported by the industry media last week that the initial fix, released as part of Patch Tuesday, resulted in an error message with little in the way of easy recourse. A link to the Microsoft Fix page is also available in the show notes to this episode.
All right. If you were looking to flirt with PowerShell, guess what? Monday, January 15th is your day. PowerShell is so hot.
That Hansel's so hot right now.
All right, listen, Windows, Microsoft had released a patch recently, a KB article to support it, that either broke or it allowed someone to like circumvent BitLocker encryption. Obviously, many of us as practitioners just kind of like say like, oh, are you encrypting your hard drives? Yes, no, yes, click, go on. And we rely on BitLocker and FileVault. BitLocker for all of us, FileVault for our CEO. LOL. That was a nerd joke, basically saying that the executives run Apple products, even though you're a Windows shop. All right. So Microsoft, great company, has released a script that you can basically run. Yeah, I mean, if your business has PowerShell turned off to protect you from cybersecurity perspectives, get ready for the IT department to start shaking a fist violently at the Information Security Office. This is one of those ones that runs close to being an issue where you lose political capital, or you might have to go touch every single machine. Again, if you're going to run PowerShell wholesale, you should treat this like a patch. You gotta patch it. You gotta treat it like a patch, right? So roll it out to your IT people first, make sure it works. Roll it out to champions in certain areas of the business, make sure it works. Then roll it out wholesale. If you do need to enable PowerShell for a hot minute, you should do it in a coordinated fashion. You should go through change control board. You should have a plan on when it's going to go on, when it's going to be turned off. What happens if you turn it on and bad stuff happens? How do you roll back? All of these things should be worked through and thought through. You don't just like, unless you're crazy and you're a small business, you don't just hit like run PowerShell and then go out for tacos. I'm telling you, a lot of people are just like, enter, and then they leave. And basically, it's like a hot mess express behind them. Anyway, long story short, this is like whatever. Like, make sure that you run your PowerShell, make sure you run your scripting, get going. Oh, CJ, no, I don't hate on Apple. I don't hate on Apple. I actually use an iPhone, CJ, and I ran a Mac Mini until Simply Cyber's production got so big that I had to build a custom rig to manage it. Kathy Chambers and I were talking this past weekend or like Friday or something. Like, I don't think you guys understand. Like, I have like a full production studio thing going on here, and the Apple products just couldn't cut it. So I had to upgrade. But I love some Apple. My problem is that we already have a tough time managing an organization and all the Windows computers and accessing and EDR and coming in and Microsoft Defender and all this crap. And then you've got like the CEO who, I'm going to use an Apple product. I'm not going to have all this extra stuff that you're requiring. Like, you're a VIP, like it or not, and you're a target, and you're like intentionally reducing my ability to defend, right? Like, you're increasing our attack surface, you're increasing our cyber risk because you like bubblegum graphics and interfaces, because you like your Apple ecosystem. I'm throwing shade at the executives because they require, like, unfortunately, they want to be special snowflakes and they require higher touch. They don't put tickets in. Nope. They just call and say, come fix this. And heaven forbid they can't access something. Then they just tell you, like, open everything up, which is just not good.
And now, last week in ransomware. Last week saw another large mortgage lender, Loan Depot, confirming that the cyber attack it suffered was indeed ransomware. It joins a prominent group that includes Mr. Cooper, First American Financial, and Fidelity National Financial. Other ransomware attack victims last week included the Toronto Zoo, Paraguay's largest mobile carrier, Tigo Business, and Capital Health Hospital Network, which was allegedly attacked by Lockbit. We saw reports of ransomware operators upping their extortion game by swatting company executives and hospital patients, while the New York Attorney General laid down the law with the Hudson Valley's Refua Health Center, demanding that it invest in better cybersecurity measures. Finland sent out warnings to companies in that country regarding the prevalence of Akira ransomware, and meanwhile, Dutch police, working in consort with Cisco Talos, were able to arrest a ransomware operator and recover decryption keys, which they handed over to Avast to allow victims of the Babuk-based Tortilla ransomware to recover their files.
Yum.
It might be Monday.
All right, so check it out. This is just the kitchen junk drawer of ransomware stories. Standard practice, guys. Go to this story. You can go, if you hit exclamation point headlines in chat, or someone just did it because Nightbot just released it. Just follow that link, go to the story, find something in here that works for you. This is basically like a yard sale. Just pick through these stories, find something that works for your business, your organization, your country, like whatever, right? So we've got the DA, Letitia James in New York, going after a healthcare provider, making them spend money on InfoSec. We've got mortgage lenders getting hit left, right, and center. We've got a company in the country of Finland's getting slapped around, like Babuk's up in here. There's tortilla decryptors, like whatever you want. It's basically a smorgasbord up here. Just pick one out. And by the way, the logic you should be doing is, if you're kind of new to the industry, I would recommend read into all of these stories a little bit deeper, because it'll give you perspective on ransomware as a threat and give perspective on the different threat actors operating, because they are different threat actors. They do have different techniques. They do have different motivations. I mean, they're all cash money, but like some encrypt, some just data exfil, some do both, some name and shame, some it's some negotiate, some don't, some are affiliates, some aren't. Like, you've got to, like, ransomware is definitely a top threat, so you have to better understand it. And you might even argue, I'm trying to think, like, I can't remember in a job interview asking a candidate about ransomware specifically, but it certainly could come up. And here's another thing. Every practitioner out there knows what ransomware is and understands ransomware to a degree. So if you're looking to break in the industry, if you want to be a practitioner, you should also be part of that crew that understands it. And if you just like bust it out in a job interview, it'll indicate that, yes, you do understand this and have a bigger perspective on the kind of ecosystem of ransomware. All righty, y'all. All right, guys, if you were here just for the news, holla, 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 holla. Genuinely appreciate it. I want to remind all of you that tomorrow is another episode of Cyber Starters. I haven't scheduled it yet. It's at 1 p.m. Eastern time. I'm slowly getting that podcast up and running. I've been so hyper focused with Cyber 101, but the light is at the end of the tunnel. Beta testers are finishing. I'm putting the finishing touches on labs. So it's all about good times, and I'll get those stuff out for you. If you were here just for the news, I wish you good day. Thank you so very much. Thanks again to the stream sponsors, and thank you to all of you. We are one community, hashtag Team SC. Be well, everybody. And if you want to hang out, on JawJack, and we could certainly do that. I hope you do. I'm Jerry from Simply Cyber. I'm slowly, in case you didn't know, well, I'll tell you at JawJacking about process improvements around here and a couple other things. But I'm Jerry from Simply Cyber. Be well, and I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern time for the daily cyber threat brief. And if you're here just for the news, if you're here for JawJacking, let's go get up on that. See ya in a hot minute. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to JawJacking. Let me get there we are. I am your host, Jerry Guy. For the next 30 minutes, we're just going to kick it, AMA, share stories, share resources, talk about all those things. I do want to, I'm piloting something, by the way, guys. I'm piloting something, so I will be soliciting feedback from y'all if you want, but, we need to pick someone for the community challenge. Thank you, Jenny Housley. Mods, you guys are so good. Jenny Housley is so good. We need someone for the Simply Cyber Community Challenge. Who wants the baton? Who wants the baton? We got to get this sorted out. See you later, Jesse Johnson. Let me know who wants the baton while I fill my coffee cup up. I tell you what, man, the coffee just doesn't seem to last as long as it needs to. What is the baton, if you're asking yourself? Whoever gets the baton, whoever volunteers, we ask that they go online and share their Simply Cyber story, right? Like, why are you getting into cybersecurity? What have you done? Who are you? Introduce yourself to the community and to the larger group. And then we'll connect with you and help build you up, because we want to know. Here's the thing. We are one community, right? Be good, Johnny 5. I saw in chat, it was kind of a tough day, so sending you good vibes. Be good. Let's see. We need someone here. All right. We're going to get someone. So Gaurav Chauhan, let me know if you want to do the challenge, and I'll explain it to you straightforward. We got to get someone for this challenge, y'all. Daniel Harper wants the baton. So Daniel Harper, thank you very much. So we're going to do Daniel Harper. So Daniel, thank you for volunteering. Let me tell you what it is. And I'm working on a way to make this as crystal clear as possible. So Daniel Harper, go on LinkedIn, right? Go on LinkedIn and share. Hey, Kathy. Go on LinkedIn and share your cyber story. Like, Daniel, are you working in information security? Why are you interested in information security? Why are you part of the Simply Cyber community? Just introduce yourself. Let us know who you are. And what are your goals? What are you working on in 2024? But use the hashtag Simply Cyber Community Challenge in the post. Daniel, hashtag Simply Cyber Community Challenge. So everybody in the Simply Cyber community can find you, connect with you, and help build their professional network. That's what it is, Daniel. Thank you for volunteering. Let's go. All right, guys. All right, Gaurav's going to do it next time. Thank you so very much. Chuck is in the house with a blue badge. Chuck, love it. We're 5 weeks away from doing the challenge for a year. How many connections and opportunities has opened in the last year? Would be interesting. Absolutely. Maybe, hey, Chuck, let's figure out if we can what day that 1-year anniversary is, and if it's a jaw-jacking day, maybe we can dig into that. Hey, really quickly, something I want to try out, and let me know, okay? So I do the jaw-jacking for 30 minutes afterwards every day. I'm tentatively trying this, okay? So I'm going to say that jaw-jacking is presented by a sponsor. Get Guardian honey tokens for peace of mind. If you want to learn a little bit about honey tokens, this is just a blog post. I am posting right now on Discord in the main chat SC. So if you're on the Discord server, you know what's up. I'm posting this on the main chat SC right now. So if you go ahead and click on this link and look at this story, you'll basically be donating. Like basically this company is going to pay $1 for every single click that clicks through. So if you'd like to support the channel, go click on that and check out the blog post. I don't just push any blog post. I did look at this one. Honey tokens is a really great technique for active defense and cyber deception. So again, I'm trying this out as far as a way to get like the jaw-jacking thing kind of sponsored. But go click on that. And if not, guess what? You're more than welcome to stay. Believe me, everybody is welcome regardless if you click on the link or not. So let's look at some chat, okay? Oh, and by the way, don't post the link in YouTube chat because for some reason it doesn't work. So, all right, now I'm answering questions and chatting with everybody, and let's know. Haircut Fish says, Jerry, last Thursday you said you had a big announcement. May have missed it. What was the announcement? Ooh, Haircut Fish, I'm sorry. Big announcement. I definitely probably said it in jaw-jacking. I mean, I guess I can tell you a couple things. Like one, Cyber 101 is really close to done. Beta testers have gone through. Two, I don't know, unfortunately. Sorry, Haircut Fish. What happens if you have 0 cyber and what's the button? So in Formix 254, if you were to get the baton, and you have 0 cyber, that's cool. Like, why are you trying to get into cyber? Basically, cyber is a really difficult job to work in or field to work in if you don't have some passion. It doesn't matter what your passion is, but if you are like just getting into cyber because you want to get paid, you're going to run out and burn out wicked fast. You have to be somewhat passionate. So like, why are you getting into cyber? That's a great question. CJ is speaking to the value of the Simply Cyber Community Challenge. Definitely love that. Oh, yes. Thank you, CJ. Thank you, CJ. So for all of those out there, Haircut Fish and others, thank you so much, CJ. This course right here, okay? I made this course for a flat rate fee for this company, XM Cyber, but I designed the curriculum. I designed the education. I recorded all the videos. I made the slides. I did everything, and they own it. And this was blocked where you could only register with a business email address, and now they've opened it up to anybody with any email address. So if you would like to get free education from me on cyber security exposure management, which is basically like the evolution of vulnerability management, go check this course out. It's wicked awesome. I love it, obviously. Super biased, but you got to expect that. All right. Thank you, CJ. Adam V. Found out about the links last week. Today is D-Day for my interview. Please send me SC team vibes. All right, everybody. Here we go. Adam has got an interview today. We need everybody. Let's get the Oprah emotes going. Where's my Oprah emotes? There's the Oprah emotes. There we go. We're sending that love. We're sending this. We're sending this. We're sending that. And we're sending potentially. All right, Adam V. There you go, bud. All the good vibes sent your way. Let's go. Wow. Look at this Simply Cyber community just showering Adam. I love it. Let's go. Dude, this is what we're all here for. Here's the thing, guys. Like, You know, it's like 8 Mile. It's like, you know, let me see this. Here we go. Here we go, Adam. You know what I mean? I know it's intense, bro. I know it's intense, but here we go. I know it's intense. I know it's intense, but you got it, man. You got it. This is you. This is your time. Remember, you are there because you're completely qualified and they want you there. You didn't stumble into the wrong room and be like, I'll do an interview. They asked you there because they see the potential. It's your opportunity to straight crush it, homie. So go crush it. So I don't know if anyone caught it, but I opened the show a little differently, right? I did a countdown timer to kind of break it up. Also, I did a couple other small things. I don't know if anyone has any thoughts. I met with Kathy Chambers, award-winning producer, last week, and she gave me a lot of feedback. I'm slowly integrating all the feedback. You may notice that the TV, the background is moving slower. Small touches, but at this point, we're trying to refine and polish up and class up the joint a little bit. So let me know. How's everybody doing? Nice, Gene Kennedy getting the ISC2CC. Way to go. Love it, love it, love it. Neon Nomad noticed. Thank you, Neon. Did you guys like the way the opening worked? Let me know. And by the way, I'm going to start the show at 7:58 a.m. So the 2-minute countdown timer lines up so the show still starts at 8. Thanks, Medine. No problem on that one. I'll be doing it tomorrow. I can change the song if people would prefer a different song. I need it to be copyright free, though. I'm looking through the link on Discord. Just side thought, the word honey are H-pots illegal per place. Don't have to tell people you're collecting info. No, honeypots are not illegal. It's your infrastructure. They're accessing. And John Strand's Active Defense and Cyber Deception course gets into this. There's a difference between venom and poison. If you set up a honeypot and someone accesses it and you're collecting data on them, they're like, you're well within your rights. They're in your house, right? Lazaro Rivera with a super chat. I was able to watch Crush Your First 90 Days. So thank you, Dr. Auger. Surprisingly off today as MLK is considered a holiday at the new job. First of all, Lazaro, way to go. Way to go. Love it, love it, love it. Also, Lazaro crushing his first 90 days. Love it. Love it. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. February 21st, 2023 is the birth of the Simply Cyber Community Challenge. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's take a look at the dates here. February 21st is a Wednesday, Chuck. So guess what? Wednesday to February 21st, Jawjacking will be we'll be talking about the community challenge. I do want to let everybody know that I know for a fact I have volunteered very happily to chaperone another field trip for my son on February 21st. So I don't know what the commitments are, but obviously I love the Simply Cyber community, but my family takes priority. So if I do have to boogie for the field trip, we'll have to push it to Friday, February 23rd. Thanks for the super chat.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Hold on. Oh, it's Chuck. That's Chuck Sapp? I didn't know that was Chuck Sapp. Chuck Sapp, freaking legend. I love Chuck Sapp. If you like the Simply Cyber Community Challenge, tip your hat to Chuck Sapp. He is the innovator and the idea man behind Simply Cyber Community Challenge. I love me some Chuck Sapp. God, what a great practitioner. What a good person. All right. Dude, it is hot in here. Like, I'm sorry, like not spicy hot, like literally I have to turn on my air conditioner because it's hot in here. All right, I got the AC on. Let's go. All right, sorry, Chuck. I didn't mean to dox you. Oops. Have a good one, Emilio Garcia, aka beta tester Emilio Garcia. Guys, I've started filming the labs. You guys have no idea. I am like, you know the juggernaut? Hold on, like this is me right now. Like so hard. This is me right now with Cyber 101. Yes, just destroying it. I can't. I am so pumped about Cyber 101. Getting done with it. Oh. Shout out to the Daily Cyber Threat Brief from Kuda Chimera. I heard yesterday on X Space, Dr. Iratola Akarli from Nigeria giving the podcast recommendations to Africa community. Wait, what? Kuda Chimera, you're saying that... Kuda Chimera, are you saying that this daily threat briefing was being promoted by Dr. Akarli on a podcast? That'd be cool. Huh. I love the Simply Cyber community, and I love the impact we've had on so many people. Oh, J-Man 19920 got his Sec Plus. Google cert and working on Microsoft. Will be working on Azure and AWS next. Let's go. Nice job, J-Man. Straight crushing it, homie. Love it, love it, love it. Hey, KO Ken. What's up, dude? KO Ken. Long time, man. KO Ken was at the first Simply Cyber community meetup in Las Vegas. High fives. I hope everything's well with you, KO Ken. Still want to take you on. I will be playing as Ryu. What? Amish runaway. Casual about what? Running through a wall for Cyber 101? Yes, ChatGPT's in the hizzy.
Shall we play a game?
Thank you so much, ChatGPT. Hey, Frank, did you see the sim training I did, the video I did last week? Frank, if you're looking for sim training, buddy, let me see if I can. Oh, hey. I don't know if you guys saw this yet, but I posted this on social media. People are really resonating with this. I posted this here. I'll put this on chat. I posted this on LinkedIn. People are really digging it. But basically, I took like each role, right? Because figuring out what role you want is probably like the second most important thing you got to do. But Frank, if you didn't see this one, I published this video on Simply Cyber's YouTube channel last Friday, and it's basically how to do set up Elastic, and it's really like doing well. Like I think it's got like 40,000 views already. Also, I'm getting a little bit of hate in the comments of the video, which is unfortunate, but I guess it comes with the territory. So. All right. You all got any more of that free sim training? That's funny. Space Tacos, thank you. I've got another one coming out. Because you guys are hanging for jaw jack, and I'll just tease it here. I'm going to do this one. I have to write the post itself, but somebody in chat said that somebody in the comments on LinkedIn said, pen tester. Whoops. Someone said pen tester. WebGoat, that's a web application, Jerry. There's AD, networks, mobile. Like you're being misleading by saying that WebGoat can get them training. And my point was like, this is one training. But you know what? I do serve, even though I didn't know who this individual was. So I basically created another one for just pen testing. And I took literally what this dude said, and I picked one for each. And then I came up with labs for every single one of those. So come at me, bro. And I'm being playful. Like, he wasn't being confrontational. He was being a community member. So I took what he said, like I do with everything. I assume positive intent. That's why this is called jaw jacking, because the person who was being mean to me said all I did was jaw jack. So I made it a segment in my program. Thank you. So anyways, that post, I'm going to let that other post kind of breathe for a few days, and then I'll post this pen testing one. But you guys got early previews because you're the Simply Cyber community. That's how Team SC rolls. I am a member of Team SC. So are you. Also, hey, I don't know if anyone's into this, but like, just kind of nerd alert. I probably should save this for Tidbits Tuesday, but I'm going to nerd alert really quickly. I work my butt off, okay? I work really hard. And obviously a lot of my time that is free is spent with my family, and I love that. But, I took a few weeks off kind of at the end of December, and I wanted to get like into a game. And I played Magic the Gathering when I was a kid, like 1994, 1995. And I enjoyed it, but I got out of it and everything. And, that was that. So I downloaded Magic the Gathering Arena, which is like, it's kind of like an online version of the game. I don't know if there's any Magic the Gathering Arena players out there. There's a lot of new mechanics and stuff that I'm still learning, but I am all up in Magic the Gathering Arena right now. So I don't know if they do friends or whatever they call them. I don't know. But if you do, and you want to play Magic with me, or you know what? I'll create a channel on the or I'll message it on the Simply Cyber Discord server. If you guys didn't know this is actually a perfect place for this. On the Simply Cyber Discord server, there's this section called Fusion Love Center. Right here, Fusion Love Center. And it's where things that are not cyber related, but people who are in our community that like other things, like I'm in beer love quite a bit. I love going to the movies. I love music. I love running. That's why that's there. But there's a games lobby right here, games lobby. I will post about my Magic the Gathering stuff. And if you are a Magic the Gathering person and you want to put it in there, that's what games lobby's for. It's for sharing, accounts or tips or whatever. That's what the games lobby's for. So I'm actually going to do it right now. Anybody play Magic the Gathering Arenas in here? All right, so that's been posted. So if you want to connect or whatever. CatGPT says, we were talking about this in the chat a few days ago. You're a blue-white player that always leaves 2 blue open is my bet. No, I mean, back in the day when I was really into it, CatGPT, yes, blue-black. But because this is getting super nerdy here, but because I don't have a lot of my library isn't very big. I don't have a lot of money to spend on cards and stuff like that. I'm aggro green red. You know what I mean? And then there's like a starter deck that I edited it a little bit, but I'm taking advantage of white weenie decks and aggro green reds. All right, enough. This isn't a Magic the Gathering show. I don't want to alienate people. Anybody got questions or anything? Love to help people. Love to answer anything. I'm actually thinking about creating a once a month, just straight up AMA stream. You know what I mean? Like, we do the jaw jacket and stuff, but like an official once a month AMA that we promote and share out and get people excited about. We could take questions in advance, all that. So stay tuned for that. That's in the works. All right. Thanks, Space Tacos. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, so Adam Mundell says, is my GRC class on Cyber Mentor the same as my class on Simply Cyber School? Yes, it is. I do keep them pretty much in sync. The only difference, honestly, between the course on Simply Cyber School and the one on TCM Academy is that I get like 99% of the money for my school, and I get much less for purchases on TCM Academy. Amish Runaway says, can we have a channel to hang out in for bug bounties? Yeah, I'll tell you what, Amish Runaway. I would say bring that into general chat on the Simply Cyber Discord server, and if there's enough people who want to talk about it, I'm happy to create a bug bounty. In fact, you know what I'm actually going to do right now? I'm going to create a brand new channel right now. Here we go. Look at this. This is what I'm doing. Because a lot of people do bug bounties. Look I'm creating a brand new channel, and it's under Cyber Workforce called Bug Bounty. All right. So right here, Amish Runaway, it's under the Cyber Workforce. So red team, purple, blue, GRC, whoop, whoop. I added Bug Bounty. Okay. So Amish Runaway, there you go. We'll give it a shot. And if people dig into it, rock on. And if not, we can clean it up at some point. That's how quickly we integrate things here. Riverside. Yeah, vaguely, Frank. I didn't really go to Western Mass a lot. I went to UMass Amherst, but like prior to that, I grew up in Eastern Mass. So like we would go to Canopy Lake Park up in New Hampshire. That's basically it. Canopy Lake. Oh, ChatGPT. I don't know if you're joking. I think you are, but oh, there we go. Amish Runaway has entered the chat. Very nice. Looks like there's a lot of Magic the Gathering players in chat. I see Justin Gold and Casually Joseph's up in here. Love it. Does GRC actually have its own color, like red, blue, purple? All right, so that's a good question. Not officially Space Tacos, but I unofficially have called GRC gray or black. Basically because it's like it's basically like the Agent Smith of the Matrix. Like GRC, we're everywhere. People don't really understand what we're doing. Yeah, it's not officially black/gray, but I consider, like when I'm making color charts and stuff like that, I treat GRC as gray. All right, ChatGPT.
Shall we play a game?
All right. Let's see. Divine Dream Divine is up in here. Oh, driving. Well, Divine Dream Divine, I applaud you. Thank you for not texting and driving. We don't want anything bad happening. Adam says he would love to see training on vulnerability management and threat intel from me. So Adam, definitely, Adam Mundell, have you taken the cybersecurity exposure management course I have? Let me know in chat if you haven't, Adam Mundell. This course right here, because this is basically essentially like a vulnerability management course. Let me know, and it's free. If you have not taken that, I definitely recommend you taking that. I will tell you from just a logistics perspective and a schedule perspective, Simply Cyber School, I might be rebranding it. Guys, actually, let me ask you this. I really don't like the name Simply Cyber School. I was actually thinking of renaming it either Simply Cyber Academy or Cyberfront Academy, like just calling it something different. Do you think it's kind of like cheesy and cringy if I use the word academy? Because TCM has TCM Academy and he kind of like owns that word. I don't want to be seen as like a poser or, like a jerk. You know what I mean? I love what Heath is doing. I love what TCM's doing. I don't want to be like, whatever, but there's only so many words for like a school, and academy really is a good one. So let me know. Be honest. If you think it's a stupid idea, let me know. And if you think it's a fine idea, let me know. But anyways, long term. Oh, okay. So Josh Mason just sent this over. This is interesting. So I don't know where Josh got this from, but this is calling GRC the white team. Essentially, this is GRC, which, by the way, you can see it's in the middle, so it touches everything. You can see blue, red, and purple are well known. This orange team says facilitates interaction and education. I would argue that when I think of orange, I think of architecture. But anyways. So anyways, Adam asked about my courses. Just so everybody knows, Cyber 101, out the gate, rocking and rolling. The next real course that I'm going to, there's two courses that I want to work on next. One is the how to make YouTube like a boss course, which I'm already doing, but that's like a fun side project for fun. The other one is, and this one's amazing, is the enterprise risk assessment apprenticeship course, right? So I've already told people about this, but I'm going to make a course where like basically half the course is like theory where I'm explaining how to do enterprise risk assessment. And the other half of the course is literally somebody following me with like a vlog style camera and is going into the interviews, is looking at the emails, is doing the risk assessment alongside me. And I'm explaining my methodology. And I'm basically immersing you as much as I can immerse you, as if you came on as an intern and I brought you along through the entire enterprise risk assessment project. That's a course I'm working on in the fall. All right, so people are commenting. Thank you, by the way. I love the Simply Cyber community's ideas. People are commenting on the school question I had. Simply Cyber Sandbox. Josh Mason says that Academy is good. Basic says it's not cringy. Hack the Box Academy. Level Up Goddess says Academy or Institute. Ooh, Simply Cyber Institute. We could take that. I like that. Simply Cyber School Center. Academy is good. Cyber Hogwarts. Institute sounds good. I do like Institute. You guys, this is cool. I'm going to start a poll. I'm actually kind of curious. What do we got here? 220 people. What do you like better? Ready? Please take a minute and vote. Simply Cyber Institute, Simply Cyber Academy, Cyber Front Institute Academy. All right, so the Cyber Front thing, that's just an idea I've been kind of flirting with, but here, I'm just curious if you guys want to vote. Let me know what you think. I'd be curious what people said. Simply Cyber University. So I thought about Simply Cyber University. That was my initial thought. But I kind of want to be careful because I feel like university university typically means multiple colleges, right? That's the designation of university, multiple colleges. And really, my platform I'm not doing multiple kind of dimensions, right? It's very focused on really GRC and mostly it's all cybersecurity and it's mostly GRC. So let's say what people think here. All right, Becky Gaylord doing some research here with a dictionary definition: a society or institution to distinguish scholars and artists, scientists that aims to promote standards in the field. All right, I see you, Becky Gaylord. Thank you. All right. Great, now we're joining. Okay. Academy makes me think it's the B team. Okay. Yeah, Amish Runaway University could be exclusive in the community for people who did not go. That's right. All right, so it's got to be Academy or Institute. I don't think university is going to work. Simply Cyber Hospital. All right. Let's see what the voting says. So, all right. So here, I'm going to end the poll, and I'm going to change this really quickly to just get rid of Cyberfront. Nobody likes Cyberfront. Okay. Nobody likes Cyberfront. So, I mean, a couple people did, but for the most part, most people didn't. There we go. Adam Mundell, take it, running with the Institute. Lyle Murden, Center for Excellence. Lyle, I actually did think of Center for Excellence too, but it's like so much words that it would be hard to put on things. So I wanted it simpler. Simply Cyber Dojo is nice, James Zudakudo. That's cool. I like that. All right. And I here's the thing. I know TCM doesn't own the word academy. I just didn't want to be seen as cringy for like riding his coattails. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, some things, guys, about me personally, sometimes I'm a little aloof to, I'm not autistic, but like I'm a little aloof to some social conventions. So, you know, I just ask for, you know, outside opinions. All right, we're at 9:28, 9:29. I do have a 9:30 with the very professional and accomplished Kimberly Can Fix It. So I am going to have to roll out. Hold on. You know, if I'm going to do that, I got to do this. Come on. All right, it is 9:30, so I'm going to have to roll out like Luda. All right, guys. Let's just finish this. You guys are torn right down the middle. Huh? Damn. Literally 50-50. Literally 50-50. Wow. All right, we'll have to run Dojo Academy and Institute tomorrow. We've got a little bit of time. We got a little bit of time, but it definitely seems like people are torn. We'll figure it out, guys. All right, guys. Hey, thank you all so very much. It's been a great jaw jacking. Again, if you want to, there's absolutely no obligation. There's no obligation whatsoever. But if you are interested in supporting the channel a little bit, go to the Simply Cyber Discord server under the main chat SC. And this blog post, if you click on that link, the company that posted that blog post will have to give $1 to Simply Cyber. So the more clicks, obviously, the more money. And by the way, it's not just a cash grab. Like, you can learn about honey tokens and how GitGuardian is, you know, giving education around honey tokens. All right, guys. Thank you so very much for everything you do. I had a great show. Have a wonderful Martin Luther King Day. We'll be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Remember, no jaw jacking tomorrow because I have Citadel School. But I'm Jerry from Simply Cyber. Your chat. We're one team SC. Be well, and until next time, stay secure. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed that content. Keep the cybersecurity train going by connecting with the other Simply Cyber community resources. We have the Discord server that's lively and always keeps the conversation going. You can connect with me directly on LinkedIn. And also, every single weekday morning on the Simply Cyber channel, we're doing live daily cyber threat briefings, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, as well as Thursday at 4:30 p.m. We're doing live stream interviews with industry experts, and we produce videos that we push out every Wednesday morning.